Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, and welcome to the first stream of the rest of your life. The first day of the rest of your life, and it's episode 43, and today is the 28th day of the third month of the 2022nd year after the death of Christ, also known as March 28th. 2022. Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are having a magnificent morning so far. A little bit on the chilly side. We're delaying jobs here. Well, that's the career path, and we'll keep that separate from this, which, one day hopefully could be maybe. You never know. We'll just retire to this one day and, make this the first stream of the rest of your life here this morning. You guys know the deal by now. 6:34 Central Minnesota. We'll go through some weather a little bit on this chilly morning. And the main deal is we stream one Fortnite game every morning. We stream one vinyl record every morning, and to do so, we go to Discogs.com, and the Discogs.com app, a collection that right now reads at still the same number as yesterday, slacking on entering a couple few things, and 2,592 and a little fly low this morning. So we get a little funky with the beats. Cosmogramma is the album that we'll be listening to. I'm trying to remember if this is the one with Cornelius. I don't think so. No. 2LP. It's earlier of Flylo's works, if I'm remembering right. And these albums don't have markings on what album is what. That always makes it interesting. Thanks a lot, artist. Yeah. So, let's drop the needle. And get going. We're going to change the look actually this morning. I think I'm just going to kind of well, there are a couple things I want to talk about. Man, that's why we do this thing. .8 out of 10 is what All Music gave it. May 4th, 2010 is when it came out. 45:36 is the running time. Electronic left field rap experimental electronic. Holy buckets, I had to sneeze there. Cosmogramma, review by Jason Liebengrover, a new one that I don't think I've seen a review from on AllMusic. For the 26-year-old Steve Ellison's deservedly hyped third project, Flying Lotus loosened the reins and set out to make Cosmogramma, which his label Warp promoted as a space opera of sorts. More of a long-playing, cohesive listen than the prior year's excellent Los Angeles, which felt like a collection of insular, Dilla-inspired beats. Flying Lotus involved into a frontrunner of his own personal genre. I couldn't agree more with this. His most far-out release to date, he incorporates a thicker amount of live instrumentation, horn, string, bass, guitar, and even harp, with his laptop manipulations and branches away from hip-hop. Call it futuristic fusion, if you will, but the result is much more ahead than the curve. Say, Herbie Hancock's Future to Future, though it shares some similarities and more on par with a Jaga Jazzist or a Fortet release. That is, it's left of center. Free jazz plays a huge part, and Flylo draws deeply from his Coltrane lineage, but he also dips into past prime electronic and dance styles. Techno, house, and drum and bass all take shape alongside IDM blips, dubstep, and disco strings or blacks the position. Soundtrack orchestration, courtesy of Outkast and Erykah Badu, arranger Miguel Atwood Ferguson. As a mass of shape-shifting layers, the album mutates constantly throughout the tracks in a dense soundscape that sometimes feels palpable and at other times becomes liquid rife with bottomless possibilities. Cosmogramma is an instrumental genre jumping journey for head-bopping intellectuals, and the meditative melodies by vocalist Thundercat, Laura Darlington, and Tom York only add to the experience. Yeah, I was going to say, if you don't instantly start to hear Thundercat playing bass and not the open, it's wowza. I've been fortunate enough to see Flylo a few times. 2 times? I think 2 times. It's kind of bad that I can't remember how that same artist, but Flylo's, man, I've had some fun times. Yeah, I've seen Flylo at First Avenue. I've seen Flylo a couple different times in festival settings. And always a party. Always a party. I seen him once. Thundercat opened for him. We were good. Like, we were just posted up like 10 feet from the stage too, me and the homie, and man, oh man, that was a good night. Just seeing the homie Flylo do his thing. I'm trying to think additionally where else I seen him. I seen him out at Somerset Festival. Watched him momentarily. I want to say it was like the same time that like Humphreys McGee was playing. So for me, it was one of those things where it's like you got to pick the one out of the 2 that you really want to go see. Yeah, this is a fun album. This isn't the one that did it for me. It would be the one after this that did it for me for as far as Flylo and falling in love with the dude as far as him being a producer, but couple things we need to talk about here. The Oscars last night, everyone got flexed with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. That's gonna end up being a WrestleMania match. I don't know, like, first off, that's a weak joke to go at someone. That's like a villain thing right there. And like, Chris Rock's a comedian who takes chances. Like, he said something about, like, he called Jada Pinkett Smith. He said that it looked like she was getting ready to try over G.I. Jane 2, and she's got autoimmune. She's got alopecia and has autoimmune disorder, and like, that's a weak jab to come at someone like that. And I don't know. I never seen Chris Rock like that. I mean, he's a comedian, but like, my whole thing is, it felt like a weird flex, like. And then Will Smith gets up and slaps the. No, this is Chris Rock's words. I just got the slapped out of me by Will Smith. And you can look it up. It's all online. And I went to bed super early last night, but woke up to seeing this. This song wails, by the way. But then Will Smith goes back, and he said, Chris Rock says, I just got the stuff slapped out of me by Will Smith. And Will Smith goes, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. And he's like Chris Rock mumbles through a couple things, and Will doubles down and says it again. And says, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. And he goes, I am. I had to re-watch it about 5 times this morning, because when I saw it in real time, I wasn't sold that it was a real slap. It looked like a Hollywood slap. First off, like, that joke and that type of joke, man, it's cool to joke about things, but like, to go after a disease or a disorder, that's a weak shot. And for a dude to go at a woman like that, that's weak as well. And that's why it felt like, I don't know, man. Like, I had never known Chris Rock to be that big of a D-bag. But, yeah, that's what everyone's talking about this morning. Holy buckets. The slap heard around the world. This whole album's just full of heaters. Folks, we made the right move. We're listening to Fly Low this morning. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning here. The weather, again, the weather is just not in our favor this week. It's going to stay cold. Whoa! Did not mean to do that, boys and girls. Sorry to scare you this morning. NCAAs, everyone's brackets busted. I still got Kansas, so that's kind of tight. The real thing we want to talk about, though, is the Minnesota Wild. And I talked about that. I went to the game the other night on Saturday. And then big points there. And then talked about going... or that they had back-to-back games against Colorado, a tough division opponent, and boy, I woke up and I saw the text that came through from the homie Direwolf that just said, bruh. A gold one? That one's good. And bro was about right, because holy buckets. Drum does not mess around. Let's go. I'm gonna swim down the water, flip the record. I got my back to the game right now. Oh boy. Good job surprising me. Gotta find some heals. Could be troublesome. Usually lettuce up here. But yeah, the Wild. So they were playing Colorado. Back-to-back games that they had. We need some health real bad. Playing Colorado, back-to-back. Talbot back in net, and holy buckets did Talbot do great. Old thermal scope, get out of dodge. But yeah, the dude just looked phenomenal last night. The Wild, they get a late goal. They win it in overtime on like the first shift. Yeah, 4-on-3, they had the power play. And those boys did a great job on that power play. I will tell you that much. But yeah, big win by the Wild last night. Fiala with the game winner. I'm gonna stay quiet here, get this dub. thing just mows. It's not even fair. We're gonna wait in this bush and this guy's gonna come up. You gotta get like 10 shots on him basically, like 8 to 10 shots with this thing. Let's get this solo win. I don't know if I've gotten one yet in this season. No, I haven't, because I only play solos in the streams, so let's get this dub. Let's hit the gritty on him. Listen for footsteps. You just caught in the building. I saw the footsteps and I was like, I don't know, I don't get it. Let's go! That drum. The homie Direwolf was not joking one bit when he told me he swore on that drum. Let's go. Good game. Did we take any damage? Okay, took a lot of damage. Hit the gritty on him. Let's get that dub. So it's a beautiful start to the day today. We bumped some fly low. We talked about the Minnesota Wild getting a big win. What else do we talk about? Will Smith, Chris Rock coming in at you for WrestleMania. I swear, man, it's about to happen. Looks like we get to unlock these. We'll unlock these on the stream real quick. I always like to wait until I have enough points for the whole page and just do them all at once. It's kind of like teaching yourself to save money or something. It's kind of cool like that. You got the Buzz Pack. Buzz Pack Shakur. The Punch Saw. Blade Breaker. Yo! Gunner. 10 items collected. So now we get this crazy looking Suki. Oh, hey. Get your lift on. Bunch of V-Bucks and stuff. Yeah, so great day today. Hey, you guys know the drill by now. Be a blessing. No matter what you are doing in this life, always try to be a blessing. Peace be with you. Hope you guys have a great day. This has been the first Stream of Your Life, episode 43, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.